Now, risk management. Risk management is effectively when we're trying to work out what can slow us down, stop us, or hurt us in some way. Now, there was an Australian standard in risk management, but it's become an ISO standard. So what I want you to write down there is 31,000:2009. That's the ISO standard, ISO 31,000:2009 for risk management, which effectively took the Australian standard and made it into an international standard. Now, the last 4 digits on any standard, so you're aware, is the year it was published, or the year it was actually created and published. So whenever you see the year on it, the last 4 digits, you just got to make sure you're looking at the latest version and to find out if anyone published, if they published another one with a later year on it. Because the first time it's published, that will be its publication date, and if they update it, they will then publish the same name, same numbers, but they actually update that year. Okay, so the ISO standard talks about setting out the context for your risks. If I set out a building here in Australia compared to going to a war-torn zone, do you reckon there's a different context? Big context. In fact, my funny story on that is I was being sent, it was a defence project. I'm being sent over to an area they wouldn't disclose to me. It was a need-to-know thing, sir. But it started getting more scary for me because they said, oh, sir, you need to go down and get some the vaccinations. So when I went down there to saw the person, the anaesthetist, she said to me, so we normally ask you what arm you want these things in, but seeing you're getting 14 today, we're going to put 7 in that arm and 7 in that arm. And I'm thinking, where the hell are you sending me? Like, where do you go that you need 14 vaccinations? So I started coming back asking more quality questions, but they still wouldn't tell me. And then this lady, which was kind of revving me up, she goes, oh, but I can show you a photo. I went, oh, cool, let me see a photo of it. Because I'm thinking, at least if I see the photo, you can kind of get a sense, you know, the types of trees, or even if it's inside the furniture, you know. Anyway, she gives me these photos that they didn't tell me a lot, because all it had was really this wall. And I'm going, what's all that? And she goes, well, sir, some people call them bullet holes. You might consider it to be free air conditioning. I'm thinking, where the hell are you sending me? Now, as it worked out, the Angolan military didn't pay for the project, and we didn't end up going, and that's probably why I'm here today. But it was a telecommunications project, and you couldn't even put live cables in the ground. You weren't able to put anything in the ground, any copper, because they would dig it up. Even if it was a live cable, they would actually short it, then dig it up and steal all your gear. So everything had to be super secure, but we never ended up going on that project. But do you think the context for the risk of doing that project as opposed to other projects I was doing was different, even though it was the same gear? So what we do is we set out the context and we actually brainstorm to work out what are all the risk events that can occur. Now what I want you to write down is once we've got the risk events, we analyse them in this way. We come along and say, what's the likelihood or the probability? So write down likelihood or probability, they're the 2 terms, times the, who knows, impact or consequence. So likelihood, probability, times the impact or consequence equals what we're calling a risk factor. So we'll show you how it all works, but you come out with a risk factor, and the golden rule to write down is anything that has a risk factor of high or extreme, you need to put in a treatment strategy. Anything with a high or extreme, you need to put in a risk treatment strategy. Why don't we put in a risk treatment strategy for anything and everything? Yes, we would be spending our time doing it, but we'd also be spending all our money and resources on doing too much. So we only focus on those that are high or extreme. And then we have those treatment strategies. So risk management is effectively just trying to make sure whatever could slow us down, stop us, or hurt us, have we adequately thought about it, and have we got the risk treatment strategy in place to get around it?